Hi everybody, welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with another Rumour Has It video where we're talking about players linked to Newcastle United in the upcoming transfer windows. We're going to be talking about a defender in a minute, someone I'm a massive fan of, certainly because he used to play for a team that means a lot to my family, my dad in particular, Celtic. We're going to get stuck right into this in a minute. Just before we do, a little bit of housekeeping. If I haven't already, please consider subscribing. We're over 2,500 subscribers. Really appreciate everyone who smashed that button. Loads of room for you and Evermore. 2 live shows Mondays and Wednesdays, as well as pop-up videos just like the transfer rumour one we're going to look at now. So smash that button, you won't regret it. Come and join the Evermore community, and let's talk Newcastle United. So let's get stuck in then. What we're talking about a player that's been linked to Newcastle in the potential summer transfer window. We're talking about this lad right here. Now, this is a position we are massively in need of fulfilling, in my opinion. We had a very lengthy debate about Dan Burn at left back on Evermore just the week gone past there. Now, we need a left back, in my opinion. I think we need somebody who can give us what Kieran Trippier gives us, or near as damn it, on the opposite flank. And apparently we are watching and monitoring Kieran Tierney, get my teeth right, another KT, another Kieran, 2 Kierans on the flanks. What a fantastic player this lad is. He's got an international, 35 caps, 25 years old, started his career at Celtic, obviously played 102 times for them, moved to Arsenal, big money, 25 million quid deal. He was phenomenal for Arsenal when he first went there. I think last season, 22 plus appearances, 1 goal, 3 assists, I think it was, from left back, which is absolutely sensational. Found himself frozen out a bit this season. Obviously, they signed Zinchenko as well, so he's really slipped down the pecking order. And the story goes is that I think he's looking for a way out of Arsenal, and Newcastle United are monitoring the situation. Now, apparently, the reported fee Arsenal are looking at, I think it's in Football Insider, are looking at about 30 million quid. So they want to turn a £5 million profit on Tierney. Now, for me, I think this kid is a sensational player. I really do. Not only is he a really good left back, great at getting forward. I mean, these stats would be a little bit skewiffed, I think, because you say there that the kind of the games that he's played in terms of starts has been minimalistic compared to last season. If Mark was to do this for last season, he'd probably look a lot better. But in terms of him as a player, Mark's put the strengths there: retaining possession, concentration. His crossing is superb as well. He's got a hell of an engine and pace to get up and down that left-hand side. Great positional sense as a defender. He knows exactly where to position himself. Really good in the tackle. I know the stats there don't show it this season, but very limited start, as you can see there. Last season, he would have had much better stats. And in terms of getting forward, he's got skill. He's got quick feet. He can beat a man. He can cut back inside. He can take a defender to the cleaners. He can whip a cross in as well. He's a very, very talented footballer. 25 years old. He's perfect age to come into this team and really make a mark on that left-hand side. So let's look at the 90-minute stats per this season. The tackles are low. They're 135, which is only 13th percentile for left backs, but he's not played a lot of games, as we say. The interceptions is on the 48th percentile, blocks 44, clearance is 62. Fouls, he gives away very little fouls, so his tackling is very well timed. His pass completion, he's up in the 58th percentile. His crosses in the 57th. Now, if you looked at it just off this season, you'd probably say, oh yeah, maybe he's not worth, putting a bid in for. But the kid is a really good player. I just think he's had one of them seasons where he's been out of this team, and he's looking for a fresh start. He's looking to get back in somewhere, and I think Newcastle United would be a perfect place for him. The only thing that does concern me a bit about Kieran Tierney is the injuries. So if I'm just looking at previous in his career, so certainly since he's been at Arsenal, in terms of days missed and games missed through injury. So he had a really bad knee injury, and he was he's been out for, I think it was 98 days. So he missed 10 games, and that was back in March last year. He had ankle problems. He had another knee injury on the 3rd of April in 2021, where he missed 32 days, 8 games. The shoulder injury he had was a bad one. He missed 19 games, so he missed 96 days again there. These are all just at Arsenal. At Celtic, he was very rarely injured, to be fair. He had some hip injuries and some ruptured ankle ligaments, which, you can't really, do anything about that. So all in all, in terms of the games that he missed at Celtic, the biggest miss he missed was 77 days, which was 17 games through a hip injury. So he has been in the wars a little bit, to be fair to him. But I think potentially Newcastle could look to do a bit of a barter on that offer that Arsenal are looking for. I mean, weirdly enough, I still think we dropped a bit of a ball in the transfer window. I think we needed a left back. I think Dan Burns done well, but I still think he's a bit of a weakness. And also, I think, the fact that Trippier's having to come over side to side to take free kicks as well leaves him out of position when we get caught on the break, which is exactly what we saw against Liverpool at the weekend as well. We could have maybe put a loan deal in for Tierney in January with the possibility to buy in the summer. I don't know whether Arsenal would have moved for that, but it still would have been worth doing. But you can see his kind of stats for the season. So 25 matches, he only started 13 times. In terms of his minutes, only 11.46. 90 minute, 12.73, 1 goal and 1 assist. So he's still creating even in the limited opportunities he's getting at Arsenal this season. You can see from the radar how he compares with Dan Burn. In terms of defending, Dan Burn's obviously way ahead of him there in clearances and blocks, but you can see everything else. Tierney is ahead of him, in terms of crossing, shot creation, opportunities, assists, even tackles as well there, so he's ahead of Burn in that left back position because he is a proper left back for me. Tierney can fill in at centre half. He does that quite often for Scotland, but yeah, for me, I think this lad is a fantastic left back. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. For me, hands down, I would sign him. I think it'd be a brilliant piece of business by Newcastle if you can keep him fit. Keep Matty Target as a backup as well. You've got 2 backups there, and you've got Burn as well as a backup for left back. I think our squad would be much better in good shape going into next season if we've got European football to play as well. And Tierney can offer you that little bit of quality the Trippier is also offering you on the other side as well. But as always, love to hear what you guys have to say. So smash a comment in. Let us know what you think. And if you can, please like the video, give it a thumbs up, help get around YouTube. And if you haven't, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you on board. So this is Chris signing off. Let's keep supporting that team. We'll call United. We'll be back with some more transfer banter soon. We'll catch you later. Cheers.